ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. Some big news coming out of track and field. Mike Sands has become the first Bahamian ever elected to the president's post of the North American, Central American, and Caribbean Confederation. Sands beat out 4 other decorated candidates. Congratulations coming in from both the B3As and the Bahamas Olympic Committee. Team Bahamas racking up more medals last night at the CC Can Swimming Championships in Barbados. Marvin Johnson continuing to make a splash, taking another gold in the 11 and 12 boys 100-meter freestyle. He stopped the clock in 57.36 seconds. He also took silver in the 200 IM in 223.90. Nigel Forbes touching the wall second in 13 and 14 boys 53 and 31.08. Renishka Gibbs another silver in the 11 and 12 girls 50 breaststroke 36.19. As for Tristan Ferguson, he took bronze in the 11 and 12 boys 100 free and 58.11. Team Bahamas heading into the final session tonight with 21 medals, 7 golds, 9 silver, and 5 bronze. They're in 4th place behind Mexico, Panama, and the Dominican Republic. Day 1 of the Caribbean Amateur Golf Championships in the books. Our man tied for 4th in the race for the Herman Cup, 10 shots behind the leaders from the Cayman Islands. Paul Savousis leading the way, a 2 over par 73. Nadario Ferguson and Sebastian Ibari both shot a 4 over 75. Richard Gibson Jr. a 9 over 80. Peter McIntosh, he had an 11 over 82, while Oren Butler had an 18 over 89. Now our ladies currently 5th in the race for the George Teal Trophy. They're 15 shots off the pace set by Puerto Rico. Sophie Annan, Ashley Michelle, and Haley Turnquest all turning in an 8 over 79. Jenna Bales finishing with a 14 over 85. The International Tennis Federation's Junkanoo Bowl in full swing at the National Tennis Center. Day 1 of the main draw. Not a good one for the 2-4-2, Jacoby Bain, the only Bahamian surviving, but he too had to come from a set down. After losing the opener 6-3, Bain won the second set 6-4 before his opponent was forced to retire. Elsewhere, Lenny Mackey losing 6-2 in love. Sidney Kerr went down 6 love and love. Michael Major Jr. also suffering that double bagel. Kinza Johnson, she failed to win a game as well. Persier Major taking out 6-4 and 4, while Gabrielle Sims falling 6 love and 2. Still talking tennis, Kevin Major Jr. winning 2 rounds of qualifying to advance to the main draw at the Cancun Cup in Mexico. He opened up with a 6-love, 6-1 win and followed that up with a 7-5, 6-2 victory. KJ scheduled to open main draw play come tomorrow. Justin Roberts also in Cancun. He got an automatic acceptance into the main draw. He played his first round match today. Justin went down an early break but rallied for a 7-5, 6-4 victory. Justin also playing doubles with Jody Mattingly from Antigua. Coming off a finals appearance last week, the duo dropping the opening set 6-3. They rebounded to take the second set 6-3, forcing a third set tiebreaker, which they eventually lost 10-5. From the minor league baseball diamond last night, despite going 0-for-4, Jazz Chisholm and the Jackson Generals winning the rubber game of their series with Lucius Fox and Montgomery 10-3. Fox went 1-for-4, stole his 26th base of the season. Chavez Young was 1-for-4, a run scored, stealing his 11th base in Dunedin's 5-0 shutout over Florida. Todd Isaacs in pinch hitting role 1-for-1 as Albuquerque took care of Sacramento 9-5. Deshaun Knowles also 1-for-1 in Orem's 14-5 loss to Ogden. Anthony Seymour 0-for-2 a walk. He stole his 10th base of the season as Jacksonville lost 5-0 to Chattanooga. Christian Robinson 0-for-4 run scored for Hillsborough. They doubled up Vancouver 6-3. As for pitcher Tanaj Thomas, he went a season-high 5 innings, giving up 3 runs, none of those earned on 4 hits with 5 strikeouts, but he didn't figure in the decision. The Bristol Pirates, they won 6-4 over Kingsport. Our under-17 boys national team getting ready for the Central Basket Tournament later this month in Puerto Rico. The Bahamas playing out of Pool A with the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and El Salvador. Pool B comprises Mexico, Panama, the Dominican Republic, and Jamaica. A top 3 finish required to qualify for the FIBA Americas Under-18 Championship in 2020.
This group of kids, they made it real difficult for the coaching staff, but we have one more cut to go, and that's going to be down on next week down there in Freeport. So I think we as a coaching body, we're going to definitely put the best possible group together, and be ready to compete. We got some tough teams coming up.
After finishing his college eligibility with the Houston Cougars men's basketball team in 2015, Mikhail McLean immediately signed on with the Cougars coaching staff and is now the assistant director for player development. With it being the off-season, McLean soaking up some of the Bahamian sun while visiting family here at home. He also took some time out to visit the Kevin KJ Johnson basketball camp where it all started for him, and he spoke about how life has been since making that transition from player to coach.
It was tough. My first year, I was coaching a lot of the same dudes I played with the year before. But the adjustment's been great, man. I've fallen in love with it. I love it even more than I did when I played. So it's just a new passion I'm just taking advantage of right now. We had a really good year. We had an unfortunate loss to Kentucky. We messed up on a coverage call at the end, and we let it slip away. But we made it to the Sweet 16. We had the best record in school history. And, we're just going to keep on building on it. We can have even better team next year, believe it or not. Our coach, he is so professional. He coached in the NBA as well. So a lot of our offense all come from when he was with the Rockets, with the Bucks, and all the Spurs. And then he's just so professional, and he just challenges everybody every day. So our staff gets better, our players get better, and we never fall off any year.
Pro basketball player David Nesbitt on the move once again after winning the Brazilian League Championship with Flamengo this season. Nesbitt staying in Brazil with Corinthians. This past season, Nesbitt averaging 7 points and 4 rebounds in 37 games. Nesbitt also won the Brazilian League Championship with Palestina in 2018. Action on the floor last night at the AF Valley Gym. In the opening game of a doubleheader, the Department of Correction Challengers taking on the Police Enforcers. Challengers leading 15-10 after one. Enforcers cut the deficit to 25-24 at the half. In the third, the correction officers pulling away. They outscored the Police 26-3 and go on to win 70-44.
Started off a little bit rough, but in the end, we finally pulled it through. The players became players and played the game the way they know how to play it. And that's defense first, and defense always brings offense. And that's how we win the game.
It's a team that's run over the gas. Our rotation, we should have better rotation and play better defense. I don't know what happened after the third quarter. Look like everybody just either run over the gas or they get too relaxed. And so, therefore, we lost the game.
My objective always is to give everybody a chance to get on the court. So not everybody's as strong as the starters, but everybody has a balanced game. Whereas if you don't give me offense, you got to give me defense.
As for last night's feature game, the Airport Authority Avengers taking down the NIB Kings 75-51. Kamal Murphy dropping in a side-high 13 points in the win. Kenrico Lightbourne a game-high 14 in the loss. League play picking back up again tomorrow night. The Jeff Rogers basketball camp into its 32nd year, and week 2 is underway at the Kendall Isaacs Gym.
We got the kids to work on their fundamentals, and we've allowed them to play some games as well, so it's going great. For the rest of the camp, we want the kids to continue to be developed as it pertains to basketball, but we also want them to work on their life skills as well. The camp has grown by leaps and bounds. This year we have 2 campers who get scholarships. And the camp, we're moving towards creating a foundation so we can also help out the kids further themselves in their education as well. We have a lot of talented kids in the camp. The talent level has definitely risen over the years, so we're definitely seeing a lot of the kids develop. I had some kids who were in my 7 and 8 group last year, and now they're in 9 and 10, and I've definitely seen a big change. Their game has grown by leaps and bounds. I really feel like some of these guys can go places once they remain disciplined and work on their game and have the right attitude. I've been with the camp from the age of 3-4 years old. My mom actually asked Jeff, I need something for him to do during the summer. And Jeff, he's like, tell him come, even though the lowest age was supposed to be 5 years old, they still let me come from 4 years old. So I've been in the camp I'm 25 now, over 20 years.
That's a look at sports. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.